Welcome to the Podness with Phace, Pat, and Tiz.
This week, I wanted to bring y'all the grown man laws for everyday man.
Man, law.
I was sitting around the other day just thinking about the interactions that I've had with different people on different levels, different ages, and just the different type of interactions I've had and I've seen. And I come up with a little list, a little itty bitty list, I should say. A couple things I just want to go over with y'all and see how y'all feel about it, man.
Okay.
So my first one on my grown man laws for everyday man: never make a commitment that you're not 100% sure that you can keep.
Explain commitment.
Any type of commitment. Tell
like when you say commitment is like I promise, or is it like, yo, I'm gonna do that Tuesday, and then some come up between now and Tuesday, and now I'm like, well, yeah, I know I said that, but I mean, okay, it is. That's what I mean, like
giving your word on something. So commitment can be relationship. Commitment can be a business deal.
Okay. So like we're contracted in some way. So like I've basically formally stated that this will happen come rain or shine, and then I'm not necessarily sure when I make that commitment that I was gonna be like, I know Tuesday I have no idea what I have going on at all. And it's usually my busiest day, but I say, yeah, we're gonna meet up for lunch on Tuesday.
Yeah.
I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree that that's the same, or do you disagree that that's the same as I know Tuesday is busy, so I say we probably gonna be able to do that, but I don't know. Or I say, or Tuesday is usually my slowest day of the week, and I say, yo, we meeting up Tuesday, but then Monday, the wife gets sick and something happened at the crib and I gotta do something, so that fucks it up.
Well, that's not a fuck up because you will communicate effectively about that. So
I got you. You're talking about commitments where like you knew it might fuck up. It fucks up. Nobody says nothing, but you just ride that off like fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
Understand.
Exactly. Business dealings, personal relationship, marriage, anything. Just keep it a buck. If you can't go into it and know you're gonna fulfill that commitment 100%, keep it a buck, man. Number two, and this is a pet peeve of a lot of women. And I was raised by women, and they rolled my ass about this growing up. Always have good hygiene, man. Brush your teeth, wash your hands.
Don't no woman want no funky nigga or no funky breath nigga. So
I don't want to be around in my goddamn self.
And I ain't talking about, you ain't even got to be a cologne dude. Like I know people out there be like, I'm allergic to cologne. I can't do. All right, cool. Bruh, just soap and water. You'd be amazed what some Dove would do to a woman when they used to smelling funky niggas and they come smell your fresh ass. And you smell
Cocoa
like
butter
Irish
is
Spring.
cheap.
What? Well, nigga, yes.
And it comes in a big bottle that lasts forever.
And it's good for your skin.
Yes.
But like, take care of your P's and Q's, man. Like, wash at least once a day. But if you can, hit that shit twice. Hit that shit in the morning when you first wake up. Go through your day. Hit that shit at night. That way you're washing at night, right after your nighttime sweat and right after your daytime work. You're always fresh. You know what I'm saying? That way, if you're single and you get that midnight call, you good. If wifey want to roll over in the bed with you and want to, scooch up, she ain't scooching up to no salty balls. She can get as nasty as she want to get because everything ready.
Don't give her that daytime in the nighttime.
I'm serious, but that's a big thing. Like when you married, especially, have that hygiene together. Because like you can, like this is the thing. You might have your favorite PJs, right? I know a lot of niggas that's like this, like me. They got their favorite PJs and they want to wear them like 7 days a week if they could.
I'm sure it's comfortable.
But this is what I'm saying though. Take them 2 showers a day and change drawers every time. That why you ain't sit. That way, like if you wearing pants like that, usually you just sitting around the house. You're not going away. You're not doing that. It's really active. but you still accumulating dead skin, all that shit. So like, wash your ass twice a day, wear different drawers. You might get away with them pants for 2-3 days because the wife just seen you get clean and she just seen fresh underwear. She just seen them that little ridge above the edge of the waistband of your pants change. You know what I'm saying? But like, wifeys like to roll over and know that if I want to get nasty, I can.
It's some clean
shit. It changes the dynamic of your relationship. Like, because I'm gonna tell you, when you get married, let's just have some real man talk for a second. This ain't got nothing to do with facing man laws. This is just real man talk. When you married, right? A lot of times you and your wife don't really feel like fucking that night. Because y'all, especially if you got children.
The whole day.
Because usually in a black household, unless you're rich, where one of you has been able to sit at home all day, both of you have worked, both of you are coming home tired and still have to work because you still have to be mommy and daddy and provide, and you still have needs as a man and a woman that you both have to try to fulfill while being tired from them other two jobs that you just finished doing. So by the time y'all hit the bed, you really just want a couple cuddles, maybe some kisses. Every once in a while, if both of y'all feeling really good, you done had a good day, you done had your good workout that day, your blood flowing good, you might want to get it in. But when you do want to get it in, the last thing you want is some barriers in that shit. The last thing you want is, oh damn, let's go take a shower real quick. I done been sweating all day at work, and then me and the homeboys had went in, played ball, and I'm sitting here, I done hop my. No, she don't want to hear that shit. And you might want some afternoon delight. You might be sitting around the house, y'all both off from work that day. If you ain't washed up that morning or at least the night before, now you funky as fuck. And she might want to come in and just hop on that thing while you playing the Xbox. You might be in the middle of a game of 2K and she might want to come in that thing and hey, remind you of the good old days. But you ain't prepared. Mm-hmm. So that hygiene, I don't know. That shit spoke to my heart because what I do. Like I got my little man group down here and I got my man group at several different places in my life. And I talk to niggas and that's one of the biggest things. Niggas be having wives and they be wondering why they be going through certain shit. But nigga, did you wash? Let's start at the bare bones. Did you wash today? If not, then 80% of your shit could be that stitch coming from between your legs and your wifey wanted to give you some at 2:00. And she mad because your shit was smelling like hot Cheetos and bad decisions. Just fucked up down there. You feel me? So hygiene. I agree with you, Phace.
Damn right.
It gets you more nana from your wife and from the other ladies if you see them.
Now, number 3 goes hand in hand with number 2, but number 3 stands out by itself. Know how to wipe your ass like an adult.
A dude named Kenny Howell is who you need to reference if you don't know how to wipe your ass as a grown-ass man. Kenny Howell. I think he's from Detroit, but I'm not sure. But he was on Comic View. Go back and look that shit up on the internet. You gotta start.
I'll tell you.
You gotta start either front to back or back to front. Whatever your preference is. I don't know how niggas choose to wipe, but you wipe how your preference is. But once you went that way, like maybe 3-4 times, go the opposite way 3-4 times. Because the first times, you done wipe some out, but you done also smear some shit around. And unless you a nigga that shave your ass or get your ass waxed, I mean, you probably got hair back there. That mean that shit done caught some shit. So you want to make sure you wipe to white. So the only way you can possibly wipe to white truly is you got to wipe one way, then the other way. And you fold and you keep going until that toilet paper look like toilet paper after you done wipe. If you still see that brown hint, nigga, that's still shit. Normal skin don't give you no brown hint unless you stopped and you did not handle what Phace said at number 2, which was just good hygiene. And then you might just have some dirt chalked up in there, in which case that could be some salt deposits from the sweat. But that's nasty too, but whatever. But yeah,
Nasty motherfuckers.
Yeah, Face. Come on with them. Come on with these man laws, man. These niggas
Or
need to
you
hear
could do
this
like
shit.
you
Like
could do
this
like
shit.
Charlie Murphy did in Dave Chappelle skit when they were protesting
Bruh,
in the bathroom.
I'm gonna tell y'all out here, folks. I hate washing dishes. You feel me? That's my Achilles heel.
But
But what I will say is this: men, hygiene, whether it be taking care of your house or taking care of yourself. My wife stay coming home giving me brownie points and extra punani because of her talking to other women in her world, whether it be through business or whether it be through just life. You know, she go to the store and some lady be talking about their husband or something. Nigga, y'all niggas out here nasty. Get your shit together. Or keep giving me extra pussy because my wife talking to your wife. But shit together, nigga.
You don't want to be in the single world. It's wild, wild west.
Hey man, you could be a free
comfortable.
spirit and be relaxed like me and still be clean. Like you could be the poorest nigga out there, have 2 outfits and be clean every day. That's the least you can do to be presentable as a man.
So wipe your ass.
Exactly. Until it's white. Don't be out here yellow streaking it because your wife got to wash them damn drawers. If you got a good wife like mine, it's like, see, like I got a good wife, and my wife for some reason loves me enough to wash my drawers. And the last thing I want to do is leave her some deposits because I was too lazy to give it that extra,
That's embarrassing.
once over. Fuck that. It's an extra couple of sheets. Go ahead and get that extra wipe in. So your wife can have a comfortable time when she go to do laundry. You don't want your wife running into no goddamn streaky situations. Fuck that. Go ahead, Face. You preaching this evening. Come on with these damn man laws.
Number 4, stay out of women conversation. Let women be women. Let them handle their own situation. Let them handle their business. You want women to stay out of our conversation? Stay out there. Please, man. Don't involve yourself in women business. Do not do it. It ain't gonna end up good. Bruh, it never does. It never will.
At the end of the day, and I don't mean this to be sexist or misogynist or whatever other label, chauvinist or whatever. I don't know what other labels women could try to throw on me because of this, but this is my honest belief. As a man, I can't speak for what women should be allowed to do, could be allowed to do, and will be allowed to do. Whatever women want to do, that's on them. I respect it. But for men, the last thing we should be doing is engaging in women behaviors, conversations, and arguments. If a woman is trying to argue with you, then you need to pass that argument on to the closest woman to you that is available, that is able to take that argument on. But that ain't for you.
Or leave.
Yeah, you know what? You got it. All right, I hear you. All right. Now, if it's your woman, that's a different dynamic. But women in general, outside of your wife, should be treated as an argument ain't even worth it because of the mere fact of everything should be on a level playing field. And to me, from the way I was raised by women, a man should never put his hands on a woman, which means that if this shit goes right, cool. But if it goes immediately left and you decide you can't take what I'm saying and you punch me, I can't fight back. So it's a no-win situation. So why am I arguing with you? Let me pass this on to somebody who can have it on a level with you.
Mm-hmm.
And if I have an argument with you, where's your father? Where's your husband? Can I speak to him, please? Your daughter, your wife, your whatever is, and how can we reconcile this as men? That should be the way we deal with women conversations. Preach that Face. Preach that. I'm sorry if I'm going off on tangents, y'all, but preach that Face.
Hey, it did.
My bad. My bad.
Now, number 5. It's not always the big things we do, but the little things matter, man. So I'm going to say lead by example in your community, man. It's the small things you do as men. If more of us did things in the community, it may catch on. It may be the new wave. It may be the new thing to do. But not enough men in the community do anything. A lot of people are worried about self, and even today, you're not even worried about self enough to do anything for yourself in the community.
Integrity and authenticity. The shit you do, whether it be a child or somebody that's your peer or older than you, is watching and could be influenced by the shit you doing. And the shit you may be doing just to get that power, that money, or that sex could be the shit that's going to cause them ruin because they follow that example. So Phace could not be more right. If you are a person that believes in a certain thing, stand on it. If you're a person that, like whatever that is, stand on it. And if you don't know, stand on that. Be okay with not all the way having it figured out. But don't be out here doing shit for clout and for TikTok and for Instagram and for Facebook and for Twitter and for YouTube. And then you set somebody else up for failure in their life because they look at you and think that that's correct, even though you know it's wrong. Preach that good word. Set good examples. Be out here doing the right things that can actually grow us.
Damn right. Damn right.
Preach that good word.
You feel me? Now, number 6. Know how to do very basic car maintenance.
Yeah. If you can't change the tire or change oil, something wrong. Them two things should be the main two. Like, I can understand you not knowing shit else, especially
I'm not even saying that.
The electrical system.
I'm not even saying that advanced form. I'm saying basic. Know how to put gas in your car. Know how to put air in your. Know how to put air in your.
If you fucking that up out here in these streets, man, you are.
I learned that at 4.
You are a garbage man, and you need guidance. And if you need guidance, please seek it.
Know how to check your oil. Know where your engine at. You feel me? Do more than get in the car, turn it on.
Not you don't know how to pop your own hood.
You feel me? Know how to get into your trunk from the outside as well as the inside. There is a keyhole on the trunk.
You can also get in through your back seat in most modern cars.
Yes.
Depending on the truck, because I got a truck and you got to press a button. So I guess these new trucks.
Very basic.
Well, you can still get in from the inside.
True.
Exactly. Now, this goes out to all my heterosexual men. No long S sounds when you're talking. Like, yes.
Oh, you don't want no. You don't like when men greet you with yes.
No.
Face.
No, I really don't. I really don't. I never have and I never will.
Oh shit.
No long S's.
Yeah. Ain't nobody out here. What was that nigga name? Ka from Jungle Book. so get your S's in order, motherfuckers. So now I mean it is right.
Never ask another man.
Nice. Like that car reference? You like that car reference? That shit came out of nowhere, right? Yeah. I'm telling you, man, I'm like a fucking index of random shit, yo. You never know.
Y'all had me at long S's.
Yeah. That's Phace talking about these snake talking ass niggas.
I understand, man. It gets uncomfortable. It's like, oh, really?
Harry Potter in the House of Slytherin.
Yes.
There's too many snakes on this goddamn planet.
Make you feel like you gotta cut the grass, man. You start seeing too many snakes, man.
They have me sound like Samuel L. Jackson. All these goddamn snakes
in this motherfucking conversation.
All right, I'm done.
Now, never ask another man if an article of clothing looks good on you. You can't.
What?
Hey man, you
So
can't.
you
ask
can't be
me-
like, yo, these sneakers look right with this outfit?
No, see, that's not the same thing. I said never ask another man if something looks good on you.
Oh, hell no. Okay, I feel you. Okay, I got you. I
It's
see
the way
distinction now.
you say it.
I was confused as fuck. I was like, what, nigga? We done that before, nigga. What the fuck? We gay nigga? Nigga, what the fuck?
The
No,
way you say
Do
it.
I need to tell my wife something? What the fuck, nigga?
Does
You
this
can-
coordinate
you
with the
can never
outfit?
ask- you
Yeah,
can
all
never
right, all
ask
right. Now
another
see
man.
that make perfect sense.
Not
Like, yeah.
does
Never
this shirt
ask
I ain't
with
never
the
about to
outfit
ask a
and a
nigga, yo.
glow in my eyes?
Hey, do these glasses look good on me? Yeah, no, I feel you. I'll be like, yo, these frames, how you like these frames? These frames good. You fuck. Would you rock these jeans? These jeans, all right. They go with this shirt. This shirt don't match.
Not does this color on this shirt.
It should be based off the
color
fashion,
in
is
my
what we're
eyes.
saying, not based off of how I look. It should be based off the fashion of the outfit, because
Mhm.
nigga, I'm supposed to be ugly to you even with a banging ass outfit. My outfit supposed to be fire as fuck, and you supposed to be like, that nigga ugly as hell, but it's fake.
Oh man, ugly.
His outfit fire as fuck. That nigga sneakers bang. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta go
In
like
my
that.
perception, all y'all men ugly.
I dig that.
Everything
I
else
dig.
money.
I have no argument with that.
I
man.
thought.
And this only applies to heterosexual cisgender men. This don't apply to people who identify as other things. But I agree with that shit. Yeah.
I don't like humans, so all y'all ugly to me.
Like nigga.
I feel like
No.
that bring more equality.
Now I will say this, and this is the weirdest shit to me. There is one beautiful ass nigga on this planet, and that's my son. I don't know what God did, but he made him beautiful to me. Like I think my son is amazing.
You a father, I'm allowed.
You feel me? You feel me? I don't know whether that's just some parent shit or what, but like I think all males are ugly, but that nigga is fucking gorgeous. Like, good job, God. You did your fucking thing. Thank you. Like, he's fucking amazing looking. Like, I appreciate him being a beautiful little boy.
No, we touched on this one.
And I
You know what I'm
appreciate
saying?
him being my intro.
Yeah, hey, you feel me?
Right, sets the tone. Sets the tone.
Shout out my little man. My little mini,
First
my
grader.
mini me. My mini me first grader. Big first grader. Big 6-year-old. Old man. Hey, son, if you hear this, get a job. And I hope I'm editing this tomorrow and he hear this so he can get a job. I feel like we've taught him enough skills where he can do something that can generate an income.
Now, number 9, be a leader in your household. You ain't got to run the house.
Okay, can you do this?
Mm-hmm.
Can you define leader? Because I want to make sure men out here understand what leadership look like as opposed to dictatorship, as opposed to like, you know, like, what do you mean when you say be a leader in your household?
Now, in order to be a good leader, everyone knows that good leaders know how to follow as well. So if you want to be a good leader in your household, you have to be able to take charge when it's a necessity for you to take charge, but also have the ability to give over the power of reins to your partner when it's necessity for them for that person to take charge as well, regardless of who that person may be. Being a good leader is showing by example in front of your children how to handle a situation with your wife when there's a disagreement, or acting by example. Don't
go on further real quick. Say that one more time. Being a leader is what?
Which one?
The one you just said about what you do in front of your kid when you argue. Like, what would you say? Showing them how to do what?
Show them how to argue or how to deal with a situation between you and your wife when you have a disagreement.
Boy, can we get a testimony? Can we get a word? Can we pass the collection plate around on that? When I say like that is one of the biggest things that frustrates me about married couples out here, when they argue in front of their kids and they do it in a way like disagree in front of your kids. I actually feel that having healthy disagreements in front of your children is good because it teaches them conflict resolution at home first. So if they can learn it in a safe space, it makes them more confident when they're out in public to see disagreements and not feel like it's a bad thing or put a stigma on it before they're able to actually be old enough to make that judgment. So man, Phace, that is a whole word, bro. Like, niggas out here, stop yelling at your wife. Stop yelling at your husband in front of your kids. It teaches them that yelling and shit is normalized, because when they see mommy and daddy doing it, they think it's definitely normal. Because whether you want it or not, they don't listen to what we say. They do what we do.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw my son starting to have them tantrums real bad, you know what I first checked? How am I interacting? Not necessarily with his mom, but how am I interacting with him? Am I yelling more at myself around these times? Yup. What's gonna make him follow that? Because I'm making him think that that's cool. So I had to start checking myself. And I've noticed that now my son ain't had a tantrum in I don't know how long. My son don't fuss about shit in I don't know how long. Like he still disagree with shit. He might even feel bad and cry. But it's not these volatile blow-ups. It's like, I'm crying because I know I was wrong. My bad. Not I'm crying and I'm now stomping off and I want to throw my teddy bear and I want to kick my bed and hurt my toe. And now, you know what I mean? It's like, it's real calm shit. And it starts with their dad, because if you have both parents in the house, what should happen, no matter how the financial dynamics are set up, the man should lead. And that doesn't mean they run shit. Like Phace said, they know how to give up control in situations where it makes the best sense for the household. They know how to delegate. But they also know how to stand their ground and take reins and say, you know what, this is what it is. And this is the direction that I feel most comfortable going in for our family. I've weighed it out. This is what it is. And this is where we going. And everybody going with me. And they command that respect in their household. But that starts again. I know I'm ranting, but that go back to that proper planning, champs. People out there, if you ain't playing, your wife ain't got shit to follow. So if you want to be the head of your household, have a plan, so that way she know that she ain't just following some fuck shit. She can then analyze it herself and be with you, as opposed to you pulling her along. She's now riding with you, as opposed to you stuffing her in the trunk and dragging her with you to whatever it is your vision for the family is. You now got her riding shotgun with you, helping to call the shots, helping to stop at the different stops and making sure, hey, we got snacks for the ride, making sure, hey, you know what I mean? Hey, you get a little shoulder massage on that, you know, 300th mile. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what it is.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying. But a law for the women goes hand in hand with that last one, as far as the man being a leader. Women, you have to also be a leader in your household and allow your man to be the leader at times. You can't have a man that wants to be the leader that's not allowed to be the leader because the woman is so stubborn. She don't want to give over the reins. You got to let your man be a man at times. You got to let your man be a man.
Indeed. You got to be okay with giving up your independence that you've been trained to have when a king that's worthy of it comes in. Now, I ain't saying give up your power to no fuck nigga, but when a nigga that come in and got a plan and like, hey, I got us, you got to be okay to kind of say, all right, well, I'm going to support that.
Give him the same support that you would want him to give you. But that's him. That's another time. Now, number 10, as far as the man laws, and this will be the last man law this week, especially with this new generation. I'm seeing this more prevalent in this new generation. Stop spending money on these hoes expecting to get anything other than your money can buy. In other words, stop simping, motherfuckers.
Yeah. And this don't affect me at all, but I will say this for a brother like Pat out here that's still single. What you are doing is you're creating a housing bubble You're promising a bunch of shit to people that really don't deserve it. And then when real people come in to try to engage in that market, they get fucked over by the false pretenses that you done set up.
Like me.
Like,
I get fucked up.
like, let's be clear. A real man will provide for his woman. A real man is not about to buy a $10,000 Birkin bag for a broad that he just met. A real man ain't about to take no woman on no shopping spree because they cool. Like, nah. A real man is gonna take care of his woman because they build a bond and she's shown that she's worthy to be his queen. You don't take care of the concubine, you take care of the queen. And as long as you keep rewarding concubines, it rewards concubine behavior, which leads to hot girl summers and women out here degrading themselves for the bag. Let me give up the punani because this nigga and this nigga gonna spend this money on me. Yeah, but you devaluing yourself, queen. Nigga, you devaluing yourself by giving up the money to people that don't deserve it because you basically saying that the bag ain't worth nothing. You giving up your power as the man. Dick and money is our power. It's our scepter and our throne we sit upon. If we don't have self-control over those two things, we cannot keep our power. Phace, you and Pat were never more correct in that earlier conversation. Like, that's what we sit on. That's our way of keeping our power. That's why we the things, because at the end of the day, we're able to do certain things that afford us the ability to generate more income over a lifetime. We're able to do more things that allow us to hopefully get some nana. Now, with that power, it comes responsibility. You can't be out here just giving that power up the same way women should be giving up their power to give life, which is their vagina, and the power of their support, which is usually what drives a man to their final success. Like the support of a good woman, because you need that yang to your yin to balance you out to make sure that you don't fuck up your shit.
Mm-hmm.
So like at the end of the day, when you out here simping and you buying these women that don't deserve it or that you barely know or that have not built a bond with you, the signal you're giving to the average woman is that if I give out, I get this, and this tangible stuff with only having to give this. And now you have both sides devaluing themselves in the eyes of the other.
Now,
I ain't buying your shit. So
I'm going to end my sipping and my man laws on one comment on a quote from, I believe it's Eddie Griffin. And it's an anti-simping quote. And it's about the inflation and the inflation of the importance of pussy. He said, when did pussy become so important? You know, sex don't start or stop without dick. Sex don't start till a dick get hard. And as soon as the dick gets soft, sex over. Yeah. So when did pussy get all the power?
When they start putting those pussies together and making captain pussy. Let me stop.
It always comes down to a matter of numbers. They outnumber us, so we're always in higher demand. Exactly. We have more seed for a longer period of time, which makes us more vital to the propagation of our race.
Stop simping. Yeah, know your wealth, man.
Like numbers is what they are, and that's not trying to be sexist. That's just breaking shit down to brass tacks and telling these dudes to stop devaluing themselves when they don't have to.
Invest your dollars in stocks, not hoes.
Preach that good word, Phace Mob.
Eventually, you get that money back.
Eventually, and you might go sky high, you know.
Yes. Instead of getting high with a bitch named Sky.
Sky high.
Imagine
I'm starting to see spaceships on Bankhead.
And if you're just one of those people that just like glorified tricking, just imagine how much tricking you can do when you go into stocks. There's some people that just get rich so they can be glorified tricking.
You get rich and go into space, you can get 3-titted women. That's what Total Recall said.
Yeah. Speaking of Total Recall. Oh man. All right. So from China going to Mars a couple of weeks back. And now Congress is like, hey, y'all know there's aliens and stuff. We want to know everything about the aliens. So the government in the past couple of weeks, actually the past couple of years, is just basically saying, hey man, you know how we've been saying UFOs are, fake? They real. They real. And when we did the live, the Phace had put up the video about it. It was that 60 minutes video about the two pilots that saw this spacecraft doing amazing shit that our technologies are just years behind before they can even reach some type of like maneuverability like that or whatever. So yeah, that got me into YouTube, and I just went on a video rage. I'm
rabbit hole discussion.
Yeah. That's so we went from there. So on this topic, we're going to be talking about aliens. Are they real? UFOs, UAPs, the Pentagon, what they got to do with Area 51, universes, other universes, if we get to that point, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to start it off by saying, yes, people, aliens are real.
Yeah, right.
They might not be what you think they are. They might just be some bacteria that's on a rock that's flying around in the air.
We're talking now. We're getting back into my realm. Yep.
Mm-hmm. They not necessarily, but that I would say that would be the first encounter of maybe alien life that we have. But it's insane, and it is basically human arrogance and illogical to know that the universe is as infinitely immense as it is, and just out of all this space, this one little speck of dust has life on it. No other place. Like, so you mean to tell me that with all this infinite amount of space, the same factors and components that created the solar system, that created the atmosphere and the environment that allowed life to come to be, it didn't happen no other way else in the universe?
Right.
No. And plus,
it was a one of a kind, unique experience right here out of all of the billions and billions and trillions of possibilities out there.
Yeah. Newsflash, people, for the past couple of years, they have found 700 super Earths in nearby galaxies. The same
nigga,
components.
Did you say super Earths?
Super Earths.
So that's like Earth
like planet.
on Captain America juice.
Like, how I put it this way. It's a bigger Earth. It's a bigger planet with plants
like
Earth
and water, like maybe 2 Earths combined. Like imagine. Honestly,
hold on.
I don't want
to linger on that for a second.
Mm-hmm.
I said so.
We put it like this.
That nigga said it's a bigger Earth. No shit, Sherlock. It's a super Earth.
Yeah,
I was with you there. I'm trying to figure out the scale. This nigga said, yeah, it's a bigger Earth. Yep.
I mean, there's like multiple versions of them. I mean, there's like.
No, I'm just trying to allude to this way you tried to just shade me on my question. Like, nigga, it's a bigger Earth.
I ain't mean to shade you, dog, but it's like I just went on.
I'm just fucking with you, bruh.
It's a way,
nigga. Okay, if y'all didn't know, Tiz and Saucy again, I'm gonna just leave it there and we're gonna just keep it moving. All right, like, but the shit was funny to me because that nigga hit me with the quick. Yeah, it's a bigger Earth. Like, nigga, I know that. Tried to play me like I'm stupid.
Nah, I ain't trying to. to it. I just
No,
I apologize.
nigga, that shit
Sarcasm-
funny to me, nigga. No, it's funny to me, nigga. Do you hear me laughing? What is wrong with you?
Sarcasm is my second language, and it just kicks in from time to time, and I have no control.
That shit is
But,
hilarious. That nigga said it's a bigger earth.
Yep. 7. But yeah, there's like
nigga,
700.
do you know what super mean?
Yeah.
You know, as an extra, more than
But
above the normal amount.
But I brought that up because when they looking through these telescopes or whatever, they're looking at these planets like this nigga's still weak. But they look at these planets like they're like light years away and everything. So when they're looking at the planet, it's like they're looking at the planet from the past or whatever.
Absolutely.
So by the time they actually get there or whatever, by the time we actually would get to that planet, they may have already developed life, a civilization, you know what I'm saying, all that stuff or whatever.
Quick question. Before we go any further into that part of the conversation about these super Earths, the closest super Earths that you've heard of, how many light years away is it?
Let's look this up here. Super Earth.
That's gonna tell you how likely it is to have life. Like if they can see shit on that super Earth in some way, I would think that you could tell if something's going on that planet if it's within hundreds of years, because you got to think about how long it took life on this Earth to kind of manifest in a way we know it. Like if it's bacteria, we might not know. But if it's something that's big enough to manifest like animals and shit, like I would think we would be able to see their spectrum or something that they're doing on that planet, similar to what's going on our planet.
I would say they usually, it at least has like, they at least have plant life, water and plant life, pretty much. They say that
I didn't know they got plant life.
Well, they have these like, you know, the satellites and that's just flying around in space, and with these telescopes or whatever, and pretty much majority of that stuff comes from the satellites that just venture off into space. Like they just had one that, what's the name of that one? But it just left out of the solar system or whatever.
So we got telescopes that can see plant life on other super Earths.
Nigga, they know.
So why are we arguing about whether there's life on other planets?
Because, and I was going to
No. I want you to think about what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to repeat my question. I want you to repeat the exact same answer you gave me.
Plant life is life. So
okay. I ain't even got to go through the rigmarole then. You with me?
Yeah.
What? When did they find plant life? I thought that was the thing. They hadn't found any form of life. They just found places where like the conditions say that life could possibly happen. You telling me there's super Earths out there with a bush, or even if you talking about plant life to the low level like algae and moss and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You still telling me that it's probably you damn sure got bacteria there.
Mm-hmm.
And for the most part, you probably gonna have some form of a creature.
Mm-hmm. But
that's huge, nigga. What the fuck? You saying that shit like that shit casual? I ain't know that shit. I ain't know they found no plant life on no damn super Earth. I knew they found super Earths, but I thought they was like, you know, the conditions would be good for life. You know, if it was there. I ain't know they done seen a tree, nigga. What the fuck? This shit is crazy.
They found 700 livable planets, and then in order for the planet to be livable,
no, go back.
Mm-hmm.
You changing what you said.
Mm-hmm.
You said on a super Earth, a telescope has seen plant life.
That's why I was leading to.
Now you're saying that they found 700, however many super Earths. Not super Earths. They found livable planets. Those are two way different things. Oh. It can be livable with no life on it. You telling me somebody seen a plant or they have found plant life on another planet? That is, nigga, that's the biggest fucking scientific news in our generation. Ain't shit been bigger than that. That's like when they first figured out that the world was round.
In order for you to have a planet that's livable, you gotta have plant life, and like when they talk livable, you gotta have
because you don't have to have plant life to be livable. You have to have water and certain elements, and especially certain elements in their percentages in the atmosphere. What you
they're talking about
at a certain temperature. What you don't have to have is plant life, because before we had plant life on this earth, we had bacteria that had not manifested to the level of plant life. You got to think plant life and animal life are two of the highest forms of life.
Yeah. Well,
you're not going to get plant life like that, bro. Just because you got livable conditions. Those are not two. Those two things are not mutually inclusive.
When they're usually talking about livable, the scientists or whatever, when they're talking about livable conditions or whatever, they're talking about if we were to somehow put a human on this planet, would it be able to live on it? That's what I'm talking about.
What I'm saying is you don't need plants for that, because there's a certain type of algae. Mm-hmm. If you have water, there's a certain type of algae that is not a plant that can make enough oxygen to sustain humans. But when you're talking about life, that is not necessarily indicative of humans. There are certain forms of life that don't need oxygen like we need it at all, like a tardigrade. So when you're talking about life on another planet being livable as a planet and having plant life is two different ballparks. So I want to make sure that when we're putting this out here to the public, and you're saying this with such a matter-of-fact tone, that I'm understanding 100% correctly what you're saying. You're telling me telescopes and satellites have went out there and found plant life, living plant life that's alive, that's guaranteed plant life on another planet of some kind, somewhere.
Yes,
nigga! Oh my God!
It's simple.
It's aliens. Oh, we gonna have Independence Day. Oh, nigga, get your signs ready. This shit is amazing. Nigga, this is not some normal shit. You are saying this shit regular as fuck, nigga. Nigga, you telling me it's trees on another planet, nigga. Ah! It's a dogwood out there on D32, the planet in the third galaxy from the fifth star of XL37 in this. Nigga! That is bro, you don't understand what you are reporting. Where are you reading this at? I need this article in my life. I need this video. What did you read? And so
you can look it up online, but this is like stuff I be like looking on.
No, nigga, you ain't gonna put this bombshell out there in my universe like this.
If you calm down,
not have no sources, you ain't gonna umar me, nigga. You ain't about to umar me, nigga. Where's your work cited?
Dog, you can look this up online. Like this is from actual scientists on Science Lab. I can look at Neil deGrasse Tyson talk about this.
No, I ain't looking nobody talk about shit. I'm about to Google the fuck out this shit.
Yeah, because
this nigga said plant life is on other planets, nigga. We about to get visited, nigga.
It says there's at least like 5 billion planets in the Milky Way, and at least 5 million are habitable zones, as they call it, or whatever. And like,
yeah, you still ain't saying the same thing that you said with them plants, but I'm about to find it.
There's these go to find it. All right, so I'm leading on to a different to it because I wanted to get back to like why I got whatever.
NASA predicts. I want us to understand what a prediction is. That is a hypothesis. That is, I don't know But what I believe due to observations tells me that this is what I think is going to happen. That doesn't mean that we found evidence yet. This means this is the setup for the experiment, not the conclusion. So I'm going to start with the headline there. NASA predicts non-green plants on other planets. NASA scientists believe they have found a way to predict the color of plants on planets in other solar systems. Green, yellow, or even red dominant plants may live on extrasolar planets, according to scientists, whose 2 scientific papers appear in the March issue of the journal Astrobiology. Now, this was way back in 2007. This is the most recent thing that I'm seeing on plants on another planet. Scientists studied light absorbed and reflected by organisms on Earth, determined that if astronomers were to look at the light given off by planets circling distant stars, they might predict that some planets have mostly non-green planets. So what I'm reading here, and it goes on to show the study that they did, but I'm still not seeing where they found conclusive evidence of. So what you're saying is, because of the livable conditions of other planets, and because of the fact that certain plants give off light, there may be plant life on other planets. Because I want you to understand how different that is as far as a scientific report. Like, this ain't like where we think allegedly Nicki Minaj did this on Thursday. No, nigga, this is like everything we've known about science just flipped on its head, and every alien movie we knew is truly possible. Like, not possible, like hopeful possible, but like, nigga, that shit might be probable. Shit, nigga, it's trees out there, nigga. The nigga that run the pawn shop might really have a fucking little head in there. You shoot off the first one, that other one might pop the fuck out. That nigga be squeaking at like that shit. Nigga, you know what you're saying? I want us to get this nailed down, because you know the nerd in me. Now you got me geeking out because I'm getting excited.
So they
spell this out. Spell this out like I'm my son. Like I'm a first grader. I need this spelled out in clearest terms. Is what you saying about these plants on these other planets? Because I don't see this, but if you saying it, I'm gonna roll with you because you my bro. But don't have me looking dumb out here and I'm sitting here riding for aliens and nigga, you talk about some shit that's still possible. Because I already know it's possible.
Man,
don't give me this, bro.
Like,
let me shut up. I'm sorry. It's the sauce.
I'm trying to say that within that time, within this past couple of years or whatever, they have found more sightings of more different planets. And you know what? I'm gonna put this on my next mission of all the different planets have, because they have the Kepler Space Telescope, and they have other satellites out there that's out there just traveling in the outside of the solar system.
Partners, original Pod Squad members, I want y'all to hold pat to this, because this shit getting like the Charles Barkley post-it note wall where it be all his predictions that was like, nigga, what? That shit ain't go right. Now, all right, y'all remember the last one? No, hold up. No, you ain't gonna cut me off on this one. Y'all remember the last prediction? The last thing that Pat said he was gonna go out and research, that I researched, but he never did, was that he said that your scalp moves backwards when you got dreadlocks. Survey says that was a lie. Now, he is now telling us that NASA has not said that it might be, but they have now confirmed plant life on another planet, and he's gonna go out here and find us that evidence of what he's. So that's the second one. I just want us to keep a running tally, because you be putting your neck out here on some wild claims, boy. The scalp move was I thought you was done after that, but this would take the cake, brother. Plant life confirmed.
I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it.
Yes, sir. Respect.
I'm gonna find it.
Respect, King.
I'm gonna find.
I'm
I
a
mean,
roll with you. I'm a roll with you, bro. Hey,
and this
I
is
want
how I
to
feel
believe.
like I
I
have.
want to believe.
This is how I feel like I could probably find it. If not find it, or find something close to it. That they have said they have found the 700 planets or whatever.
I know
So,
that. I know that part.
To
We
get
talking
back
about
to that, I
plant
was
life.
saying,
I'm specifically stuck on this plant life part because that is life changing. That is mind boggling scientific news that just slid the fuck under that. And I watched Neil deGrasse Tyson's podcast. He ain't said shit about it. Like, nigga, what?
You know
we're
what
gonna.
everybody know about.
But the main thing I would brought up is that because the Pentagon has just like released this declassified like visuals of all these UFOs or UAPs, the unified aerial phenomenon that's going
Nah, I
around and
believe
stuff
in
like
them.
that.
I believe in them.
Whatever. So there are three decisions that there three not decisions, but there three things they say it might be is it's either top secret US technology or whatever that they don't know about.
Right.
It's either another country's technology or whatever, or something extraterrestrial or whatever. And from what I saw in the video or whatever, they were telling me that it was doing moves that it just, I would say it was doing an L move or whatever, and it was moving at different rates. And they had a whole, I see why Trump probably said we need a space force, because he probably saw these videos or whatever. And they actually got a whole actual, I think they might have disbanded it, but it was an actual government agency called an Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program.
You imagine these niggas showing up.
Space Force.
But yeah, it's like ATIP, and they would just specialize in that and like finding these aerial, like all these UFOs or whatever that's out there. And then when these videos, they'll say they're always out there, like every single time. They had one, and this was on 60 Minutes. They said they had one pilot that every time he went out there, every day for the past like year, he would spot one of them when they're flying out in the sea.
Oh shit.
Pretty much. So, and it said, what was it? The leader was it?
You know,
I was just wondering what y'all think they actually are.
I think it could be either one or two things. You know, I believe in extraterrestrials, so that's always a possibility. But I also believe in other government agencies' technology. And if you look at pre-Cold War with the Soviets and the Nazis and the scientific revolutions they were making over there, and the weapons of mass destruction they were making over there before we brought some of them over here and they assimilated into our country. They had highly advanced stuff. You feel me? So who's to say
what they developed from that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Who's to say they didn't continue and advance based on today's technology on that and get it up and running times 10?
I've never heard that argument. I don't know why, and that might be a popular argument out there, but I've never heard that one, like it's old school Cold War shit that just never made it over here when we started co-opting the scientists from overseas. That's yeah, okay.
That would probably be between that and maybe a hostile government or some type of organization with the money to actually fund some technology like that. But of course, how would we know about a organization that's
I would say anything is possible, but I think the most likely logical explanation for a lot of them, like I can't say it explains all of them because any like
drone technology or
if we
shit.
don't know, we don't know. But I'll say a lot of it, I think, is just technology from either our country or other countries that just people ain't figured out yet, or that we don't realize is actually available. So to us, it looked crazy, but to the people that's actually controlling it, they like, oh, this is just, model XL37, test 3,
I'm gonna put it to you like
and
this.
it happens to get caught by somebody as they walking along. I don't think they mean for it to get caught. I think that shit happens, and then they like the UFO phenomenon gives it a cover without the government agency that's behind it having to do anything.
I believe in UFOs, Bigfoots, all that. And I put it to you like this. People say, people say you crazy. All right. I believe in those cryptids. Why? Because a couple of decades ago, kangaroos were considered to be a cryptid. They're not anymore, are they?
True. And it's
I can follow your logic there.
It's still animals where we haven't discovered yet. That's like
I think that's why I would just continue to say I don't know.
And shit we haven't discovered yet. We haven't triumphed every inch and every square inch of this planet yet. So you can't say, oh no, this don't exist. How you know? Oh, you think we discovered it after man been on this planet all this time? Yeah.
Yeah, but I tell you what, niggas. If we the first podcast that be talking about goddamn plant life on other planets and that shit, nigga, do you know how big this shit about to be? No. Like y'all playing around about that shit, like y'all hee ha ha. Nigga. Like I want you to think about everything you was taught in your textbook. And I want you to think about how much of that one finding shatters. Like the conversation we having about UFOs changes if that's confirmed. Do you realize that? It's no longer UFOs. It's more like, well, which planet did these niggas come from? The ones that doing the L, as opposed to the ones that got the 7 lights on the side, as opposed to the ones that got the 3 running lights that's red and they beaming niggas up. Like, who's sitting who?
Or is it
it's a different conversation. Oh my nigga, do you know what that means? I'm so hyped. Oh my God, bro. Y'all can call me what you want to call me out here in YouTube land, but the geek in me just got so fucking revved up. Nigga, I'm about to be down a rabbit hole this week. Like, we gonna find out. Matter of fact, I wanted to do a scrolling with the homies tomorrow. I think that's what I'm gonna base it around. We're gonna go scrolling down Google and find out. Did they find fucking plant life on another planet? Is that real? Damn it, that's it. Pat, you done gave it to me. That's my scrolling with the homies for tomorrow. Oh God.
So this is the real question I want to ask.
Oh God.
If these UAPs, or as they call it, UFOs, are real, and they actually are
what
aliens,
is UAP?
they're not. UAP is the government term
unidentified
for UFO.
what?
Aerial phenomena.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's some millennial shit.
I ain't up on that new vernacular.
I mean, that's what they're calling it because, they probably want to have like a government or a type of jargon military term.
They getting it ready for Space Force.
Because they said they've been seeing this since 2004.
Oh, that's it?
Or whatever.
Because UFO's been a thing since what, Roswell?
Yeah, but they haven't like
maybe before then?
The like
I would say like
proof,
ancient time.
But like documented proof backed by the government that
started in 2004.
It started in 2004. That's like the documented proof so far that they have, as far as like an actual something.
So what is the proof that was on file that got declassified?
Yeah, that's the only thing that we've had so far that's been declassified.
Oh, okay. You're when you're saying documented proof, not that they started documenting proof in that you're talking about that they got released for the first time.
That's the only documented proof that we have that's been released. Yeah.
Okay. I was confused. That's my bad, folks. I'm sorry, y'all. That was a dumb moment by me. Dumb blind moment. My bad.
So I put into this like, all right, so if they just have all this random technology around here where these people are now out in the sea, flying around, and they see these random UFOs just on a daily basis or whatever, and they're just out there. How long they've been here? That's the real question I have. Like, how long have these aliens been here? If they have technology that fast, if they have technology that has them coming from light years away or whatever, not even light years away, even if it's just like a planet within our own solar system or whatever.
They would have had to been here for years though, because if you think about like old school paintings and shit, you got UFOs on them shit. So like whatever people were seeing in the sky, that would give it a name as opposed to us trying to be confused as to what people were painting. That would tell us exactly what it is. So
that's what I'm saying. So I'm saying when they really release that, hey, there's an intelligent, sentient life that has technology way beyond what we have right now, or whatever. Everything that we've documented in history in the past, we gotta take a good look at that.
Nigga, like, what you gotta look at is God?
Were those
we're talking about this, man.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't even got to get that far. If what you're saying is at all accurate, I want you to think about the ramifications of just that. That tells us what these things are. Like we're playing guesswork right now as far as what we think, because we don't know, because there is no real scientific basis for exactly what may be living outside of our planet, because as far as our solar system goes and our explorations in it, we haven't found anything else living. But when you're telling me plant life is found, like now you're telling me that there are planets that are not only sustaining life, they're sustaining life that could be similar to humans, because plants are plants. Mm-hmm. And no matter what they work by, no matter how their photosynthesis may be slightly different, they're still operating out the same mechanics, which means they're still operating with the same basic elements, which means there's a humanoid race out there somewhere, or even a mammalian race, even if they don't have technology yet, even if they're behind us. You're telling me that there's a planet out there with that could have dinosaurs in the next billion years. And it's already brewing, nigga. What? Ah! Nigga, I'm so hyped. Oh, we scrolling with the homies, folks. We scrolling. We gonna figure this out.
All I'm saying is they found water on Mars. So.
Bruh, this is the most amazing. You have made my whole, like, nigga, do you know how hyped my son about to be? Because he wants to be an astronaut and a paleontologist. If I find out that they got plants on another planet, that nigga's about to lose his fucking shit. You heard me?
I put it, even with that.
My son is about to lose it.
With that Google article that you that you found.
We got trees on other planets.
Lord.
Can you imagine the stuff that Phace would be able to smoke from another planet? Some outer worldly bud. Phace would be able to find him some outer worldly bud if they can grow there.
I've been wanting some Invader Zim for a while. You know what? But even with that, like, it doesn't. It could just be planets with just plants up there. It could be like,
nigga, that's amazing.
I just don't. I think it's illogical to think. Now, I'm not even thinking to the point that maybe, all right, there's sentient life. Just the simple fact that there could be a planet that sustains plant life, algae, stuff like that. You know,
absolutely.
And if you can get to that point, if you can get to that point, then there probably is a planet that's building up a sentient life. Maybe we're the aliens.
And that is possible.
Maybe we're the experiment.
I tell you what.
Or how about this?
If that shit is confirmed, we talking about a whole different, like, that shit, nigga. Are you sure, Pat? Don't have me out here scrolling with the homies looking stupid.
All right, I've seen articles,
World Star videos,
and when I was looking into the 700 planets or whatever, and then looking at the super Earths or whatever, from what I saw in the qualifications, I thought that they were taking it as, this is a place. Like, why would you call a place Earth? You know what I'm saying? A super Earth. if it doesn't have Earth-like qualities.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like when you're talking scientific terms, like, and this is where my background comes in. I'm gonna pull up my pants here. I don't know everything. Y'all know that, but y'all didn't ask me. But what I do know about scientific terms, they are not the layman's terms. So our idea of livable is not necessarily what a scientist would determine as livable. Our idea of what is considered even Earth could be far different than a person who studies like the Earth in the terms of billions of years, as opposed to us studying it as far as since life has been on it. Like they could be studying it, they could be looking at it as since the time of when a cell was able to be formed and it be considered a form of life as far as the basic forms of life. You got to remember, humans are a high level of mammals, which are a high level of animals. But when you look at all life, you got protozoa, you got amoebas, you got all kinds of shit out there that really don't do none of the shit we do, but it's considered life. So I want to make sure when we're talking about they found plant life on another planet, we understand that like you can't say that with certainty without saying I think, I believe, could be, probably so, it's possible. Like I believe it's possible. I'm with you on all of those hypotheses. Like I believe that because the universe is vast as it is, everything is possible. What I don't believe is that we've confirmed that plant life is on somewhere else, and we know that. I believe we feel like it could be. I even believe that there are livable planets out there. I don't know that we've confirmed that we've seen any type of life there. I just believe we found that planets have conditions that say that life could be formed there and sustained there, which are the same conditions that were on our Earth before life first formed. Like there was a time that Earth had to be in a period of equilibrium enough for life to form. Because before that, there was just magma, rock, explosions, crashes, chemical reactions, all of this shit going on, but it was no actual life. It was the inanimate objects that we know of. You feel me? So I just want to make sure that, are you saying you think? Because again, this is the nerd in me, and I know this is fucking up the broadcast. So we'll put this in two parts if we got to, whatever. But I want to make sure I understand this. You have read or watched something that said specifically that plant life was found and confirmed on another planet outside of this one we live on. What? I know that shit is I'm sorry if it's annoying. Like, check me on my shit, partners. Y'all know I'm down with good feedback, especially when I'm saucy. But the sauce and the war down now. Like we're gonna
to be continue
shit.
this.
I'm questioning. I want to know. Like I'm curious.
And they describe super Earths up there. I'm gonna now
shoot me the link, bro. I want to go over that on Scrolling with the Homies, bro. That would be dope.
I'm gonna find it. And then I'll bring it up. We'll probably have this as another. This will be to be continued for this.
These are the conversations we have off camera,
this
guys.
Too big.
Like this is monumental, and I ain't about to just slide. Oh yeah, you know, because this part. No, nigga, are we saying it happened or we did or it is?
Yeah.
Did that nigga get shot or we think he got shot? Those are two very huge different scenarios.
There's still different ideas out there.
Now, on these different planets, you know how we naturally envision aliens as being green or gray. Now,
right?
What if on these other planets we had it was the same type of animals that's on this planet, humans included, but the food chain and like the roles were reversed. So humans were not on top of the food chain. You feel me? Like humans were pets and on that planet. So whatever the dominant animal was, you feel me? And that dominant animal will walk and talk and breathe breathed air.
If a land mammal, it would
So
do
you're
that.
talking like Planet of the Apes type shit, but like outside of Charleston Heston by himself, there being a full race of humans already there that they're not capturing, and they already got them subjugated.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'd say that's possible.
Or not even captured. Just like
Humans are wild. Let's like stallions. Stallions are wild, and you domesticate them. You feel me? Like
Right.
something like that on that planet.
So you can roll up on like a feral human.
Yeah, you feel me?
I got you. I
A
would say
planet
that's
full of
possible,
Wolverines.
man. It's possible.
A planet full of Wolverines?
It is possible, bro.
You never know.
Because you got to think that even though we, like when you think, all right, so let me just lay out my beliefs so you can understand why all of this is hitting like it's hitting. I am a scientific Christian. That means that I believe in Christianity, but I believe that science is just God's way of making shit make sense to humans, because otherwise this shit would be fucking mind-blowing and we fucking go crazy, right? So like when you look at science, right? Science says that as far as what we know of animal species, the fact that humans are the top species is really a matter of chance based upon the fact that we happen to be the form of ape that grew into Neanderthal and all of those other primitive forms of humans. And then that happened to, one of those strands happened to say, all right, I'm ready to do this. And the need was there in the environment. If the need was there for other animals to have done that, then it makes perfect sense that we might have still developed, but developmentally, we wouldn't have had the need to develop to the level that they did because the environment didn't dictate that. So I say it's possible. All things are feasible when you don't know. And we don't know shit about this universe. Because like you said, Phace, the ocean, we don't know, but like what, 5% of that, 10% of that, 3%, whatever. It's a very low number.
I knew shit every day.
Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's possible. You own to something with it's all things are possible. And I don't know. But it would be cool to find out that it's true, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's why I've been
Like to be like, it ain't that I don't know. I do know. And it's here. And this is what it looks like. What, nigga? Oh man, bro. I love shit like that. Like that revelation of like the shit that people thought just, no, that could never happen. Yeah, it could.
I don't see why I feel like it's illogical to think that something can never happen.
Bruh,
it's too big of the
like
universe.
The partners, man. 3 regular dudes started a podcast.
It's too big. It's too big of the universe.
Kevin Garnett told us anything is possible.
Yeah. All right, we're going to be continue this topic because like the universe is too big of a topic to keep on one segment. And then we got some research to do, so we're going to get back to it. And,
Indeed.
And it's getting late, so we're going to have to end this off with the good and fuckery.
We do have we do have jobs and families. That is true. That is true.
So, luckily and unluckily, it's not that much fuckery, but it's always fuckery, especially in this country. So, bars. We'll just start off with some good. When you messing with us, it's always some fuckery. We'll start off with some good. I don't know if y'all heard this. I sent it in the chat or whatever, but I was just randomly listening on Tidal. It had me. It was on like shuffle, random or whatever, random hits or whatever, and then this random Just Blaze beat just kicked on. I was like, oh shit, Just Blaze. And then it was like, then Kirk Franklin pops on. And it said Little Baby. And I was like, what is this? Now, mind you, I'm probably one of them backpackers hip hop persons. I don't listen to everything mainstream, but if music is good, it's just good. And I don't know, man, that boy, little Baby hasn't missed. He hasn't missed. Hasn't had a slack word. I like that. I think that was probably one of my favorite verses from him. Man, or that first verse.
Lil Baby is one of those newer age guys that's out here that they can ride a beat, but they can also make a song and still give you some good lines in there that like hit or that you can feel. And I think that's the thing. Like we got to look at some of these younger rappers. They may not be as heavy on the metaphors and punchlines, but
they say some shit.
Some of them say some shit that you can feel.
Yeah.
I don't care how old you are, what you go through. Like it's just life relevant shit. And especially in this song, if you haven't heard it, yeah,
It's
go on that.
it give me all kinds of good feelings inside. And I usually like dark emo rap.
It's called We Win. It's called We Win. It's from the Space Jam soundtrack, you know. But
yeah,
it go. I'm with you there.
More rapper news.
When I saw that combo coming.
No, I would never. Just Blaze, Kirk Franklin, Lil Baby. Let's just throw darts at an idea board and see what comes together. But Just Blaze, man, put his foot in that beat, man, and that put the best out. And that kind of kills off the whole thing that Lil Baby can only rap on trap beats, because he did his thing on something that was Just Blaze is not a trap rap producer.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? He does like live instrumentation feel type beats. Yeah. So that's a good look. It was a good look for all
parties involved, man.
Mm-hmm.
Brought Just Blaze into the newer era to ears that might not have heard him, it brought
and they got the gospel
over into the hood shit. Bring Lil Baby into the gospel.
Daddy up there.
I break your motherfucking neck, nigga.
You know, Kirk Franklin ain't nothing but the gospel Puff Daddy. So,
GP, let me hit you. You wanted to call him gospel Cosby.
Gospel Puff Daddy. That's what he is. But anyway, more rapper news. DaBaby won a Billboard award, and the fuckery about it, they played the wrong song. He got an award for Rockstar. You know what Rockstar they played? They played the Post Malone Rockstar when he went and got the award. Billboard, get your shit together. How can you give a person an award for a song and not know the song that he's getting an award for? And then the Rockstar that you played was like from years ago. So like, what is it? I think, look, hey, rapper life hack, y'all.
Man, I'm gonna tell if
you ever get a song,
sound guy name it Rockstar. Just put in Rockstar, was like whatever come up. Click play.
That's what they get for getting one of them computer DJs and not a real DJ. You got
these DJs with Serato. You gotta get some vinyl.
He'll know which one. Ain't no way there's a DaBaby vinyl anywhere that any person can get to. But for some reason, if you got the right DJ, you the only nigga in the world with a DaBaby vinyl. Really? What? I made it myself. Well, more Billboard news, pretty much rapper news or whatever. Drake was awarded Artist of the Decade. He was awarded
I heard
Artist
Drake
of the
cleaned
Decade.
up out there.
Man, that's the one, you know. They put all his accolades out there. He has more hits than the Beatles. He got and Michael Jackson, I think, most streamed artists and everything. But here's the fuckery, along with all his accolades or whatever. Anytime he does anything with his son, Pusha T automatically becomes a trending topic. Automatically, he came out there to get his award with his son Adonis, and every
you hide your son
time,
from the world or the world from your son.
Let me tell you something. The art of the battle. When you do something,
Adidon.
and when you do something to put your mark on somebody's career to the point that you always come up, you win the battle. I don't care what the fans say. I don't care how celebrated the opposition is or whatever. But when it gets to that point, because that's not even something Pusha T did, that's an added bonus to it. You get what I'm saying? Like how I said, like you have power, the added bonus is money and sex. That was the added bonus to it. Or like when we say Kwame went on that rant and he got money out of it, that's the added bonus to this. Like, you know what I'm saying? For it's stamped because of the algorithms and technology. So hey, y'all ever want to battle somebody, man, be a little bit more tactical like Push.
Indeed.
I ain't saying put out everybody business all the time, but man,
he's a smart guy.
He knew what he was doing tactically, pretty much. So yeah, what is it? The other fuckery. I want to say rest in peace to the legend Paul Mooney. Just want to say that out there. Because he is a legend and he has molded and written for majority of Black media that has came out in the past 30 to 40 years now. Like
he did what for?
Rotten for him.
Hey folks, I'm gonna tell you now. All right, it's gonna seem like I'm messing with that on this episode, but y'all gotta realize where we at right now. It is like late as fuck. So the loopiness is kicking in, and the goofy shit is just. I'm sorry.
That's cool, y'all.
We wrote for him. Did you now? Did he now? He
written. And it's low. It's low. But
say
he's written. He's written.
Somebody need to be wrote for you.
I know. I don't care. I'm tired. Push this right along. Matter of fact, fuck it. That's the end of the fuckery.
Matter of fact, fuck it.
That's the end of the fuckery, man. I got to sleep.
First episode ever, we done got pet to end the fuckery early.
It's too late, man.
As a clip, this is gonna be my favorite part of the week. I'm gonna tell y'all that now. But yeah, man. Well, if you're gonna end the good and fuckery, then what I will get to is just a tad bit of good. You feel me? We got a back to school drive going. They trying to fill up 300 book bags. If you are in the Atlanta area, go to 6719 Strickland Street, Douglasville, Georgia. And if I'm not mistaken, that is on July 18th from 2 to 5:30 p.m. That's 6719 Strickland Street, Douglasville, Georgia. And they're trying to fill 300 book bags on July 18th from 2 to 5:30 p.m. So if you got children, that's going to the next grade, you need to stock up on the supplies as kids are going back from virtual to face-to-face, whatever the case may be. Yeah, man, go ahead and pull up, get your kids right for school. And yeah, man, it's black people giving back to the community out here. So pull up, get your kids some back to school supplies if you need them, if you're in the Atlanta, Douglasville area. And yeah, that's our Black Business of the Week from Tiz. Do y'all got any?
Come get some supplies, man. We out here trying to fill this book bag, trying to help kids, man. So come on down. You just gave the address out. Come on, participate.
Indeed. But yeah, man, Black Business of the Week. And as always, support us. We are Black business. Hey, it's your boys and partners. If you decide you want to support financially, there's a few ways you can do it. You can always cash app us as $partner Tiz1. That's $PODNATIZ1. You can also go to our Buy Me a Coffee page or our Patreon page and become members for $5 a month, as low as $5 a month on either page, buymeacoffee.com/the partners, the patreon.com/the partners. You can sign up for as little as $5 a month, and you can become a member, which gets you exclusive perks. Basically, you get all of our episodes, every single one, earlier than everybody else, and you get the full unedited video. So you can listen to it if you want, or you can actually watch it and watch all of the behind the scene answers that get cut out of the final product. You can see the beforehand shenanigans that we get up to and conversations that we go over, and you can just see us flubbing over lines, et cetera, and enjoy some of the, just getting to know us on a more intimate level, because we definitely be doing some silly shit and just having some wild conversations. Just good bills, to be honest. But yeah, you get all of that, and you also get access to our Discord, which allows you to have instant access to us 24/7 and have behind the scene conversations with us where we talk about life offline. You also get access to being able to suggest topics for the show. Right now, we're taking them as an open forum, but as soon as we get members signed up, the plan is to kind of pivot and allow the members to be the only suggestions we take. Everything else will be straight from us. So it allows you to have your voice heard. It gives you exclusive moderator access to all of our live streams. It also allows you to be able to have members only events. So we want to do stuff like, I'd like to be able to like watch the game with the bros or the ladies that are in the sports. I'd like to watch movies with the group, and you know what I'm saying, share that through the Discord, and we'd be able to like do members only events like that where we just kind of get to know each other, talk, build. I learn about you, you learn about me, we learn about each other, and we all grow, that type of shit. So yeah, those are ways you could do it financially. But if you want to support financially in another way, but in a way that actually gets you something right back from it, in a more tangible fashion, Phace, how can they get down with all of our merch, apparel? If they want to rep the partners and show that they're down with the Pod Squad this summer, it's getting hot out there. You're going to want some gear to rock, some fresh gear to rock on your vacations. Where can they get that stuff?
Well, they can go to teespring.com/stores/partner-closet-1. Once again, that's teespring.com/stores/partner, spelled PODNAS-closet, which is spelled CLOSET. Keep trying to help y'all out with this closet thing, man. _1.
And that's all it is, man. Get up on your new phone cases. They got new phones dropping daily. Get up on your new apparel, your socks.
Get a mask.
Hey, we are still under COVID protocol in a lot of areas, so go ahead and make sure you get your mask. If you're out of COVID protocol, but you just want to look real good, hoodies are always a good thing to just wear in the house, to wear out in public with your outfit. Multiple colorways are available, so get your partner's gear. And if you want to support in a way that doesn't hurt your pockets, you just not feeling the money, you don't want to spend the money, or you're not able to spend the money, no worries, we got you. The best way you can support us is to like, comment, share, and subscribe on all platforms. Whether you are a listener and you're listening to us on Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcast, whatever you're listening to us on,
all of them,
subscribe, review, give your comment. If you are a YouTube listener or watcher, like, comment, share, subscribe. Give us your views. We want the conversation to be two ways. We like to talk to each other, but then after we're done, we want to also know what you got to say and get in on it. So it's just like our live streams. Give us your opinions. Tell us what you feel. Talk to us about whatever you're going through. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you agree with, disagree with. And yeah. Get with us, baby. Yeah, man. Subscribe. Share it. If you like the content, and the content speaks to you in some way, to where you've watched the episode or you've watched something from us or you've listened to an episode and you've come back, share it with somebody else who might be on the same wavelength with you. We might resonate with them and their perspective might need to be heard in this grand conversation that we're trying to have. So yeah. Now, if you want to do if you've done all of that and you to the point where like, hey, I done all of this. I got my partner's hoodie already. I got my partner's mug. I'm drinking my coffee out of it right now. I've already went through the process of, I done dropped off $1 to them on buy me a coffee. I done like, comment, share, and subscribe. But I want to talk to these brothers on another platform because my preferred medium is, maybe Facebook, maybe Instagram, maybe whatever. Pat, how can they get in touch with us on those on social media?
Man, THEPODNAS, and that's the Twitter and the Instagram or whatever. You can also put in the same thing in the search in Facebook, and you'll find us there. It's Tiz, Phace, Pat are the partners. Can you see that? It's right there. That's how it look. It look like that. Not backwards though. It looks like that though. Pretty much right there. Add, share, subscribe, like, all that. We're here.
Indeed. And talk to us on there. Pat updates our social media weekly. I'm always on Twitter looking for a good convo to jump in. So if you saw someone on our show you like and it spoke to you and you want to holler at me, get up on that Twitter. If you saw something you disagree with, or you just got a topic that you want to discuss or that you feel like we should discuss, shoot them to us on those mediums. We actually answer back. I don't know if everybody does in the world, but when you comment on a post or you comment on a video, we talk back. When you comment on whatever, or you drop something in the chat, we highlight, we're going to talk to you. Like, we want to have the conversation. So engage with the content and, become a member of the Pod Squad. As always, man, okay, we got a Umar Johnson moment, all right. I don't know what the hell that was, random. But yeah. Anyway, as always, I am 1/3 of the partners. I am your boy Tiz, along with
the other third of the partners, the Padawan, along with
it's facing a place, and I just finished this race.
Indeed. And we's about to get some sleep, champs. We will see y'all later on this week for the live streams. You didn't ask us, but that's coming Thursday. Look out randomly. Tiz is on break for a couple weeks, so you may see some live streams popping up randomly. Scrolling with the homies, we going on. And we're going to find out if we got some plants on another planet. Peace.
Peace out.